Okay, so let's introduce myself. So my name's Lionel. A lot of people like to call me Lionel because of the way it's spelled, but actually I was christened Lionel. So just give some details on my background. So I started at a very early age when I was about 16, 17 years old in banking. The first bank I worked for was a new bank created by a friend of the family, so I had a distinct advantage over other people, and they knew me very well. The owner of the bank knew me from when I was a kid at school. He knew I loved computers, and he knew I went on a apprenticeship for accounting for a company called Costain Construction, and we were building the Channel Tunnel and the Docklands. And then from there, I had a short term with an IT company. They were called the Proteus Group, which used Unisys systems, and we were flogging their computers and software that they created for the customers. And I was there as an accountant. From there, I got offered the job for this new bank, who were into import-export trade finance, and so we call that forfeiting. And it was for primary and secondary market, so I got to learn a lot. And in those days, the bank there, because obviously they just started out, they had no computers. Everything was handwritten ledgers, debit, credit, folio, and all that sort of stuff. So it gave me a great insight into everything about accounting, because when you do it manually, you learn a lot more because you're starting from the base and then you work way up. The chairman of the bank knew I was very much into computers as well, so he gave me a budget to buy some computers, buy some software, accounting package, I think it was called Omicron back then, and also get something called Lotus 123. From there, I learned about macros, and then I started developing an internal accounting package and portfolio package that was all automated and got approved by the tax man and the HMRC and the auditors. So I had a lot of pride there because I thought it was fantastic, considering I hadn't gone to university or anything. I built it myself. This provided the bank their daily position on their balance sheet and profit and loss to the penny. They knew exactly where they were every day. They didn't have to have month ends, because month end was basically every day for us. So it was very good. It was doing the accruals update every day. It was updating all the new products that was being bought and sold during that day. We did revaluations of the portfolio, even though revaluations wasn't big in those days, so we were quite ahead of the curve in respect to that. So I was there for a good 10 years, and I became manager of the head of IT and finance, and I was reporting to the board of directors on a daily basis. So I had a big advantage. I learned all about treasury, about all the various different products that are out there. We became the largest forfeiting company in the world. When I was 28, I became very ill. I was close to dying. They gave me 6 months. So I left the company and took a 2-year break, went traveling. And then I came back, and they asked me to come back to the company, but I decided against it because I was just too ambitious. I was working stupid hours. I was working from 9 a.m. till 3 o'clock in the morning. And it would have just killed me off. So I decided to go into contracting and start working for the very big banks like JPM, UBS, SMBCE, Sumitomo Mitsui Banking Corporation. So Schroders, who else? Let me go down for I've got a list of banks. NatWest Stockbrokers. So there I worked with Fred Goodwin and the finance director to do basically it was a sell-off NatWest Stockbrokers to TD Waterhouse. So I had to do all the revaluation of basically of the company and all its assets, Wasn't exactly a nice job because people knew they were going to lose their jobs because everything was going to move up to the north of England. But I completed that. So that was a very interesting project. Yeah, and I've been doing this for like 34 years, and I've been involved in a lot of big projects, especially at RBS. I was brought in, they brought me into Amsterdam for their Amsterdam office and said, oh, we got a 6-month project. We need to migrate everything from ACBS, I think it was called, to Loan IQ. So we did that. And then I returned back to England, to London. That took about 6 to 8 months to do that project. And when I came back, they asked me to come back again because they had data quality issues with their ABN AMRO and RBS data. Because as you know, RBS took over a part of ABN AMRO. Basically, the worst part of it. It was the probably biggest mistake RBS ever did. So my job was to clean that all up, identify it, and they said, "Oh, it was just a 6-month. It's just a 6-month project." Well, it turned into a 3-year project because it wasn't just Amsterdam that it was affecting; it was a global issue. So every time I kept digging and looking at all the big data, I was going, "No, this is not just local. This is global. You've put this everywhere." So. Basically, yeah, that project took a lot longer than the bank expected. So I'm saying this because a lot of people in the XRP community complain a lot about what's going on with the banks. I need to understand these CEOs have got no idea about release dates. They have a vague idea. They've got rose-tinted glasses, and they'll say, "Oh, it's going to go out on the 26th of October. It's going to go live." And they haven't discussed it with any of the technical guys or the project managers or somebody with real knowledge of how the systems work and what to expect that could cause delays. So people shouldn't get dismayed by things that aren't happening straight away. It's very big, yeah, what's going on. Banks have invested a lot of money into this project. They're not about to stop. Yeah. So yeah, they're not going to throw the money away. It's being built out. It's going to take time. I've got no idea how long it's going to take because when I was at one bank, I was speaking to an executive from Japan, and he was telling me, "Yeah, we're expecting to go live this year," and this was like 2019, and it didn't happen. And I was expecting it, yeah. And I'd retired after that. I retired, you know. I was going to retire anyway because I was fed up of all the stresses of banking because there's a lot of political crap that goes on. So yeah, yeah, I didn't really do a good job of that. That's not really. I wanted to do this quickly, and yeah, it's not very smooth. I've not done that very smoothly.
That's so, not a problem. That isn't any problem at all. That's fine. And where would you say that you see? Well, you said it. It was really big. That's good enough. All right, so I'm going to switch it up now. And hold on one second. I thought that was great. Wow, what a background you've got. And how is your health now?
So a lot of my background is accounting, regulation, products, and projects. So I got a good insight to what's going on and why things can take so long. And there's a lot of people out there that won't listen to you because he didn't work for a bank. Well, yes, I did. I'm just not willing to put out my full details out there and get harassed all the time and asked 1,000 questions.
Yeah.
So there's people out there that know me personally. There's Robin. He's called Robin. You see him like my tweets sometimes, but he's still working. So he can't tweet anything due to the compliance rules at his where he works. So he can't really say anything. All he can do is like.
I thought it went smashingly well. So take care again, and I look forward to continuing our conversation at a later date.
Okay, you too, mate. Enjoy the weather. I'm hoping it's going to rain here. It's so damn hot. See ya.
All right, take care.